My name is Maja Neable. I lead our digital and channels marketing for BMO Financial Group. I think as we think about digital marketing, for us the most fun and exciting work that we're doing is how do we take the digital marketing into the digital customer experience that's holistic. So what we're really trying to do is tie the experiences the customers have offsite, where we reach out to them, whether they're our prospects or our customers, to taking them into our site or into our social properties or through other touch points, but then really building the full experiences from then on. What we often see today is that many of the digital marketing organizations are perhaps further than necessarily the rest of the ecosystems in the large organizations. And often it's because digital transformations are just complex problems for the banks that have been around for a long time. So for us, we are on a journey and on a path where we can really build those great experiences from the top all the way to the end of that customer experience, even if it ends in the branch, for example. We've had some examples of that, but I think over the next couple of years, that will be the main focus for us. I would say one well-known challenge for all of us is the competition for talent. Because the industry is evolving so fast, we are all competing for the talent and the people that have experience and ability and willingness to learn really fast. So where in the past maybe you would have wanted to find an expert that's been doing something for a repeated number of years, now we have to find somebody who is an expert that's been doing something for the repeated number of years, but also somebody who is continually learning and being able to progress and get the new tools in their arsenal of digital marketing capabilities. This is the number one thing. The number two, perhaps more applicable for larger organizations and more older financial services, is our ability to truly integrate with the existing systems. Many of us have many legacy systems that many banks have been evolving over the years or decades. And for us, one of the biggest challenges is how do we not build digital marketing silos, but how do we build it so that we can then really follow the customer and integrate into all of the existing systems. Those types of projects end up being more expensive. They end up being much harder to execute, but they end up being the right thing. So I think having that fine balance and not having that slow down your marketing efforts, I think is another really big challenge. Today as a marketeer, you see a new cool capability, a tool, or use of a tool from either a competitor, somebody else in your industry, a fintech, or somebody from another industry. And often we're tempted to say, oh, I want to do that. I think when we, like much other innovation, when we have a hammer and are looking for a nail, we're less likely to succeed. So I think at the end of the day, it goes back to asking the key strategic questions. So what is it that you're trying to achieve and why you're trying to achieve that? And then what are the digital marketing tools that I can use today to help me achieve that? I think the answer will often be that there's very little you cannot do. But I think if we take the approach about what is the customer experience that you want to build, what is the business objective, what is the problem you're trying to solve, we're much more likely to have very impactful results through digital marketing than we are by just following the next shiny object, so to speak. I would say that as digital marketeers, I think we often end up being actually too far away from the humans that we're trying to reach. I think we disregard the importance of the human factor in many things that we do, because when we're behind the screens, we tend to forget. The most effective digital marketeers that I have seen in my life are people that are actually willing to roll up their sleeves, go out to the street, so to speak, and meet their customer, but not once as like an annual excursion, more just as a way of doing business and really understanding the customer, because only then can we actually translate that into what that digital experience would be like. These days, as you know, marketing has evolved from being a discipline that people not good at math went to being really a discipline that requires the left and the right side of the brain to work together. And it's almost impossible to find people that have good, any one of us will lean one or the other way. So bringing that human element together with the data that you have, I think is kind of the golden spot of very, very successful digital marketing. As you've posed that question for me, I was thinking a lot about it because there's a new widget every day. Even today at the panel, I've heard of the capabilities that I didn't know existed from a fellow marketeer. So I do think there is this, there's the new thing coming through every day. If there's something that I feel will truly be able to disrupt us, it would be the companies that are the best at tying it all together. So I don't think there's any one silver bullet that will really disrupt the industry, but I think the companies that are really able to not find the piecemeal solutions, but much more holistic solutions for the customers, for the marketeers, for the employees, will be the biggest disruptors in the industry. I'm hoping that will be the big banks, because we have all the resources, we have the talent, we have the historical knowledge. So I think the banks have the ground by which we could be the ones that disrupt our own industry.